Hello guys and welcome. In this tutorial we're going to make a bootable USB for almost any Linux distribution, and it's going to be really simple. All you're going to need is PowerISO, and that's a program you can download from their website. Once you download it, you can just simply install it. It's really not complicated, there's nothing you can mess up. And once it's installed, you can run it from start, or you can make sure that you made a desktop icon and run it from there. Now, I've tested this method on Kali Linux, Parrot OS, Arch Linux, Ubuntu, and Zorin OS, and it worked great so far. So for today I'm gonna use Kali Linux because I already downloaded it. So here's how you're gonna do it. So you're gonna go to torrent, or well, you can do HTTP as well, or you can go torrent, and you can download Kali over the browser or over the torrent. And once you download, it's right here, and I put the shortcut of PowerISO into my map, and I'm going to show you how to do it, how to make it bootable. So I already put my USB inside, and here is how we're going to do it. So let's enter PowerISO, and you know what, we're going to have to run it as admin, so this waiting makes pretty much no sense. Create bootable USB drive, and yeah, it's going to ask us to run it as admin. It's fine. There we go. And now you're gonna wait again because you have to. And now it's gonna open it like this. Okay, so it's already detected my USB. It has 32 gigs, but it says only 30 because most USBs actually kind of steal a gig or something. It's fine. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna do image file. You're gonna pick an image, and since the image is in the same folder, we can just do this. Or you can just manually find it. It really doesn't matter. And now this is going to change from USB HDD to raw write. And basically all you want to do is just select your USB and your bootable, ISO. So this can work for, as I said, almost any Linux distribution. And all you have to do is just add it here and add your USB here. Chances are you're probably going to have just like one here, and you can't really miss, and you don't touch anything else, and you just press start. And it's going to say all the USB data will be overwritten, which we kind of know. So do you want to continue? Yes. And that's all you do, literally. So once you have PowerISO installed, all you do is go to make bootable and just fill these out, and that's all. It's really simple. Once it's done, your USB is going to be bootable. Now, the real question is, how are you going to boot it? So once you made it, you're gonna turn off your PC. Make sure you turn it off completely. So like hold down the power button or something. Sometimes just turning off regularly doesn't work. Or there's options where you can restart it and make sure that you can enter the boot menu. So what you have to do is basically just enter the boot menu. And here is an example of that. Now, this is not like that on my laptop, but this is a great example because it says F11 key to boot menu. So once your computer is starting up, it's going to offer you something like this. And you're going to press that key that says, or UEFI BIOS settings, F2 in this case, or enter or delete. I don't know. So basically look for something like this. So make sure you don't press recovery or whatever, or mess something up. So just make sure to go to boot menu, make sure you hit it, and once it opens, it's going to look something like this. Actually, your tab is actually going to be on main, and from main you're going to move with arrow keys on your keyboard to the boot. Once you're on the boot, you're going to select the UEFI BIOS boot mode from UEFI to legacy. Once it's legacy, what this means is it's going to load the USB you put in, and not from hard disk. Now, in some cases, if you installed previous Linux versions, maybe this is going to be messed up. Maybe it's going to still load from hard drive or from other boot loader that Linux installed, or whatever boot menu that they're called. What you want to do is you want to find your USB. This is not my I downloaded this picture from Google, but I'm assuming, right, this is the USB. So what you have to do is just like select it like this, so it's white, slide all the way down, and now up here the instructions are going to change. It's going to offer you like F6 to move up. So you're going to move this up all the way here. And so the first one is the boot priority. And once that's on legacy, and here is your USB, you can go exit and save changes, and you leave the USB in. and it's going to restart automatically and start your new operating system. In Kali Linux, it's going to be just choose the, I think, third option, boot live from a USB, and that's pretty much it. You can use most of the Linux distributions like that. You don't have to use this for live USB. You can just install Linux distributions from this. It's a bootable USB. But yeah, once you've done the stuff on BIOS, you're ready to go. And now if you wanna fix it back to where it was, I think changing to UEFI is enough, but you can also go you can also modify the legacy boot option priority in case of you installing something wrong. So you can just put your hard disk, which is probably SATA in this case, all the way up to the legacy boot, and that's gonna fix your problem. So do you have to do this every time? No. Once you change it to UEFI, you're safe there. If you leave it to legacy, it's gonna stay on legacy. You can boot it from USB every time you want. And let me just show you if it's done. It's gonna take another minute. Okay, so that's done. PowerISO says writing USB completed successfully. All you have to do is press OK, and you can exit this, and now your USB is bootable, and it's, I think, this one, thick disk. Yeah, that's the one. All right, so that's it. Now you do all the steps that I told you about. Boot menu and set up the UEFI to legacy mode, which will allow you to boot from USB. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.